Hello, hello. Good morning to everyone. It's Thursday once again, and it's our Thursday here at Money Lessons with FQ and Son. This is Rose Fresh Fausto, also known as FQ Mom. FQ stands for Financial Intelligence Quotient. It is the ability to make sound decisions and actions in managing one's personal finances. In other words, it's the IQ and EQ of handling money. Today is a very, very fun episode. We are now on episode 7. So maraming salamat po sa lahat ng sumasama dito sa aming Thursday. Kada Huwebes po yan at 10:55 or kung ayaw niya na mag-FQ test, 11 o'clock. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce my co-host for today, my favorite bunsoy, Anton Foster!
Woo! Hello. Good morning to everybody. Thank you for joining us dito nga. Wow, congrats, 7 episodes na pala.
Oo nga.
How does it feel? Naka-7 ka na.
I don't feel any pressure. It's really fun. I do look forward to this Thursday with you guys, and I hope that you do too. Kasi this is a platform that's very, very interactive. Pero Anton, di ba? Kasi we're not sure whether the people who are watching us right now are already familiar with you. So please take it away. Introduce yourself aside from being my favorite.
Hello, and good morning sa ating mga Kumunizens dyan. Also, Irish Tenorio sharing this. Thank you very much. And to the people sending hello, Abby Queen. My name is Anton. I am son number 3. I am an events host, a podcaster. So just like Mama who loves to talk about finance, nag-interview siya ng mga different personalities. Ako rin, but in a more broad and general sense, it's called Anton on One Podcast. I was also a mixed VJ. Actually, we have a show on Kumu later if you have your 7th episode.
Yes.
Right now, there's a new show and it's going to be the 2nd episode. My first episode on it later on tonight.
Support.
Yes, I'm also a dance fitness instructor. So, yun, doing a lot of things. But going back to the topic natin on FQ, I feel like it's importante talaga na pag-usapan yung FQ because you need to be able to have these good money skills and understand kung paano ba, how to, it's not about having a lot of money.
Yes, it's not.
Comfortable. Yung nga, sabi ni Mama, the IQ and EQ of handling money. So that if you have the chance and there are a lot of things that you like to do. Ako nga, I'm passionate about a lot of things na pag-usapan din natin yan in a bit. Mas comfortable sila. Ako rin, mas may confidence ako na, di ba, kahit iba-iba yung ginagawa, not in the traditional employed sense. Kaya-kaya pa rin.
Yes. So it's really very exciting. Maybe you want to greet our viewers. We are now 232 on Kumu. So paki-share. Ang galing ni Irish Tenorio 06, sinishare niya talaga. Kasi Anton, you remember the tradition here, when we reach 1,000, we do that. This is actually an Anton dance, no?
Yes.
This is the Anton dance. When did you come up with that step, by the way?
Back in college pa, hindi ko alam kung saan nanggagaling yung step mismo. But then, alam mo, uso naman when you travel, gumagawa kayo ng mga video.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Uso kasi na parang naka-smile, picture lang smile lang kayo with different landmarks, diba? So naisip ko, bakit be nicer, more fun kung sumasayaw kami. So we had this one step that we kept doing. So yun nga, that's how that step, again, if we reach 1,000 views,
we're gonna do that step.
Kung ano yung step na yun through all these years. Yun, so gumawa ako ng video na doing that one step. But yeah, mas nakakaaliw lang.
Nakakaaliw. Tapos nakikita yung mga iba-ibang dance level, di ba, yung skill ng mga tao. Doon sa kanya-kanyang
Yes. Pero with that din naman, I feel like it's something also na you can relate to FQ and money in general. Na,
how?
Sabi mo nga, you get to see the different people's skill, experience in dancing. Pero sa tingin ko talaga, everybody is a dancer. There are some people na mas sanay na sila, may background na sila sa dancing, may professional, may formal training in dancing. Just like in money, may mga ibang tao na mas may background sa finance. They have parents in finance, or they work there. They went to a financial institution. But the end of the day, everybody deals with money. For me, the same way everybody deals with dancing.
Yeah, I really like that you use the analogy of dancing kasi nga you're a good dancer, no? Ano po siya, award-winning dancer. They've won already. Siguro in one of our episodes we can also talk more about that, no? They've won the championship in Sydney, Australia. And kasi nga yung sinasabi mo na dancing, do you know that we humans are naturally dancers?
Yes.
Kaya lang, alam mo na, no, kung minsan nagkakahiyaan, oh, hindi ako marunong. Pero it has been our way, the human history says that it's been our way of expressing ourselves in when we celebrate, we show gratitude, di ba, to the gods, ganyan eh. Tapos yun nga, ano yung kay Sarah G, yung rain dance.
Taga. Nakita talaga natin yan in the how many Christmas, bago pa ng pandemic 2 Christmases ago, 2019 yata yun na everyone talaga was doing na napakita talaga na lahat ng Pinoy. Lahat ng tao dancer. Hindi kailangan ng formal training.
Yeah, so we've been talking about dancing for quite a while, but actually our topic for today is what are your remarkable money and life lessons during this COVID crisis? And I'd really like to hear from you. Pero pwede rin pag you're just joining, we have to tell them we are streaming. I like to say this. We are streaming live from our live. So nakikita niyo po, nasa library kami. Dito talaga ginagawa ng mga boys yung mga homework nila when they were still studying. Dito rin ginagawa ako when I would do some work. Dito rin. So this is why you can see all my books. So, syempre, dun sa mga nag-take ng FQ test kanina and you want to further your knowledge about this very important life skill called FQ, the Nth Intelligence, you may just please go to fqmom.com and click books to get yourselves copies of this. Okay. Go back to our topic.
So yun nga, this is something that a lot of people tinatanong nila kung tips on this, nag-iuso na yun, especially, I'm sure, alam mo na yun, the different, kasi it's always important to talk about money. Palagi magkaka-challenges yan, problema, pero parang nung pandemic, hindi lang money yung naging problema, lahat na talaga. Lahat iba-iba na talaga.
Aspeto ng buhay.
Yeah, so hopefully, today we get to help the viewers, kaya nga, on how to deal with your money a little bit better. But also want to say hi to Rans Folyap and saying thank you to Zepfa J or Fahay for sending the halo. If you guys want to say anything, have any questions or anything you want to say, you're part of this conversation, di ka kami ni Mama dito, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, your lessons, whether it's about money or other aspects of life during this pandemic. Siguro umpisahan na natin, no?
Yes.
Ang big life lesson talaga natin. You know, guys, we've been here for over a year now. And ang masakit doon, it doesn't seem like things are improving. It actually seems like things are worsening. So, ang big lesson namin, and personally, as a family, maybe you can make kwento a bit mamaya, no? Is that you can never be too careful during crisis like this. Ay, nako. Akala natin, carry na natin yung COVID virus na yan. Hindi pala. So, you wanna share a little bit of what we went through as a family, what COVID challenge we went through?
COVID, that is the challenge that we went through. The thing that was special with this is whether or not, kasi yung sa experience ko, whether or not may nagka-COVID sa pamilya ninyo, sa bahay ninyo, you still have to deal with the challenges of COVID. So it's not just parang it's only gonna be bad kung may nagka-COVID or parang as long as walang virus sa bahay niyo, okay kayo. For me, it was a good and a bad thing because the bad thing was, syempre, the virus entered the house. Ako, nagka-COVID ako. But the good thing was, parang we've been sort of preparing for it already. We've been educating ourselves about it, how to deal with it, ano ba kailangan sa bahay, ano kailangan mga protocols. So, I'd like to say, we're very lucky, no, na it only hit me and my eldest brother. Bata pa kami, still very healthy and strong. No very intense, ano naman, physical effects, diba, hopefully. So,
nagpadala ng pray si,
thank you.
Mary Ann sa'yo.
Thank you. Marianne or Marian. Di ako sure kung
Oo. So, yun nga, yung sabi natin, you can never tell. Hindi. You can never be too careful. Sometimes kasi, pag nagtatagal na tayo sa isang krisis, parang nauuna tayong ma-immune doon sa scare than doon sa virus. So, medyo may mga pwede tayong magkaroon ng lapses, di ba? Na yung mga dati yung protocol na dati, okay, pag galing ka ng labas, kung halimbawa, nag-out of town ka, dapat dyan ka lang muna for 14 days, which we used to do. Somehow, kasi, negative naman sila, okay sila, may slip up doon. So, that's the reason
it only takes one slip up.
Sobra. And ang nangyari nga, di ba nun, parang you were more afraid for us than for yourselves. Because talaga, yung mga kahit na feeling yang at heart po tayo, yung mga kasukasuan natin, our body, salamat, USS Julius, welcome to Kumu daw. Yun nakakatakot because yung talagang tinatamaan to the last is yung mga may edad na. So,
yung going back then na yung our experience of COVID din kasi, it wasn't the physical. Although, for a lot of people, syempre, it's a pandemic, it's a disease, it's a sickness. Yung physical health, yung number one concern.
Yes.
Pero sa experience namin, since we were lucky nga na it didn't have to be.
Hindi ganon katindi.
Wala nagka-pneumonia. We weren't bedridden. There are so many.
May flying ipis.
Thank you. First time ko makita ng flying ipis.
Takot ako doon.
Dalawa. Ganda na animation.
Thank you, halo. Meron flying ipis. Wow, ganun no? Sige, na-distract.
Pero, yun nga, it's not the physical
only
things. Kahit di sila nagka-COVID, syempre, nandun pa rin yung takot, nandun pa rin yung stress. So kahit sa mga bata na even if I got to talk about this then earlier na, let's say yung bansa ngayon, puro mga 20-year-old, iba yung situation, parang mas okay lang, mas comfortable, mas
chill
natin, mas okay, pero that's not the case. It's the fact that you can be a carer. Yun talaga. So going back to the first point, you can never tell. You can never be too careful during times like this. But then, you know what? We move on. We learn from the mistakes. We move on. Then we do better tomorrow.
Just gusto ko lang idagdag, Anton, na pagka natapos kayo sa COVID challenge nyo, wag nyo lang pong disinfect physically yung bahay nyo. Wag lang puro physical. You also have to disinfect your psychological spaces. In our case, we had what we call a psychological first aid. So parang nag-session po kaming all 5 family members to really thresh out kung ano-ano yung mga emotions, mga feelings na hindi na-express at na-overexpress. Kasi di ba, sa takot mo, pwedeng kinkimin mo na wala na, nagna-nightmare ka na, tapos biglang puputok ka na lang, iiyak ka na lang later on. At meron din naman yung nasobrahan mo ng pag-express to the point that you already hurt a family member. Kasi baka minsan may sisihan, di ba?
Yeah, and this is the first time for the families that's had either, even if they had the virus or not, diba? This is the first time that we experienced it. It's the first time, Mama, your generation experienced it. So it's not like a challenge na parang kasi nung panahon ko ganito dapat yung mangyari. So we have to remember nga what we see kasi a lot on sa mga social media, yung mga group message. It's always about the health aspect. Kung ano ba yung nangyayari sa health mo, physical health, if you have COVID, pero di natin na bibigyan pansin masyado yung, the other effects, the emotional effects, the mental effects, and also the effects on how you deal with money, because that's the reality. It is a health issue, but it affects way more than just your physical health.
And it's global. Sige, so kayo naman po, ano yung mga big lessons, mga remarkable money or other aspects of life lessons na parang natutunan nyo ng bonggang-bongga dito sa COVID. Sabi ni Rance Paul, takot. Natakot daw siya. Salamat sa halo-halo, Royal Privilege, Ling de la Cruz, and dun sa mga hindi ko na nakita. Oh, may nagsabi, Solid Edward Bar. Your bro,
Yes,
Edward.
yes.
So if you want to know more about how Anton felt on a deeper level about this COVID crisis.
Ooh, thank you para sa Pulang Kabayo. Cheers.
Pulang Red Horse.
Yeah.
You can go to Anton on One podcast. He devoted one episode to discuss this. Kasi medyo matindi to eh. Kailangan talaga.
So, wherever you find your podcasts, available naman siya.
Anton on One podcast.
Yes.
Okay, pangalawa, Anton. Pulang kabayo. Ano yung pulang kabayo? You said JBS.
Sorry?
Ayun na yun pala. Pulang kabayo, Red Horse. Anyway, another big lesson that we can all learn is that a crisis is an exaggerator. Kung nasa crisis tayo, na-exage lahat ng bagay.
O nga. So, kung may problema ka na before, na-realize ko yun eh. Again, going back to the mental emotion. Kung may mga issues ka, kung may mga pinagdadaanan, usually before, pwede mong, I'm not saying this is wrong, ha? Ako, kung may mga problema ko, I like to play basketball with my friends.
Yeah.
For me, it's a healthy way of, hindi naman lahat ng parang distraction unhealthy. Diba? I like to go out and play basketball. I want to spend time with friends. Go to the gym. Diba?
Yeah.
Doing those activities, nawala na eh. So we're left to deal with our issues and everything at home, alone, in another way. Now, we're not very used to it nga. So kung may mga ibang issues ka nga, mas nagiging halata. It's not that, I would say, it's not that yung old problems mo lumaki.
Yeah.
It's just that you're dealing with it now in another way, and it's
na-exaggerate kasi because of the crisis.
And it has to, I think it's an opportunity, just like with our having COVID. You can always be resilient and always find the silver lining in things.
Yeah.
Yung I think mga Filipino, we're very good at that. So if there's a positive diba, that you can take, except besides me being positive in COVID, there are other positives that you can take.
Oh, anyway, sabi ni Mappy, she watched our video about this easy way to invest and she's requesting for more videos like this. Sige, abangan mo, Mappy.
Yes. Follow FQMOM. Marami mga videos on investing.
Yes, on FQ.
And that you're here right now, di ba? Thank you, Mappy.
Sige, Mappy. Magsabi ka pa kung ano yung mga gusto mong klaseng videos that we will produce. So, yun nga, we were saying, ma-exaggerate taga lahat-lahat yan. Yung financial problems, family relationships, di ba? Your love or lack of love for your job. Kasi wala na, hindi na nakatutok si boss physically sa'yo eh. Work from home ka. So, parang nare-realize mo, kung halimbawa, wala ka nang ginagawa just because hindi ka na nababantayan, nako, isip-isip ka na. Pero, kung nakikita mo na, na-enjoy mo pa rin to with or without your boss telling you about it, maybe you're in a good place.
Yeah, I think I think maybe the crisis is not just an exaggerator, but it's also an identifier. Kasi pinapakita niya yung reality of a lot of things eh. Na,
identifier.
If you're able to just sit down and there's nothing else going on, you get to focus on the things that really run your day. So yun nga, yung job is a huge thing. Ako nga, I'd have to, very, very weird, pero I'd have to say na the pandemic would have been is one of the best things that happened to my career in terms of my mindset, my focus. Kasi, wala ka rin ibang choice. And second, parang na-realize ko na, I really love what I do. I love talking. I love, diba, dance, fitness. I love yung that I have many things.
Yes, yes.
I'm juggling many things at a time. So, I was able to give it focus more, and it's a thing na parang okay, alam kong there's so many bad things happening everywhere you look at the news, diba, it's bad. But when I do my job, okay ako.
Yeah.
I'm not saying na parang it's a wrong dream. Like this is everything ever. Like, it's still a struggle. There are still many challenges. I think with every great job naman. There's no such thing as a great. I wouldn't want a job na wala akong challenges, diba? Wala akong problems that I have to solve. Pero yung na okay yung pala na it's a one last thing I want to say about this your love or no love for your work. If you feel like ayaw mo talaga yung ginagawa mo, I wouldn't say na the pandemic is the reason you don't like your job anymore.
Yeah.
It could be just telling you na, oh, baka
Parang
this isn't the one for
kinalabit
you.
ka na talaga.
Oo, na this is, maybe it's not, maybe the job isn't for you. Not that it's a bad job, pero baka hindi kayo fit.
Yeah. Oo. Tapos, ang naalala ko for you about the job, parang it was a blessing in disguise somehow kasi you got to interview a lot of artists, mga international artists, di ba? And one of those, yung si Hailey, say it properly
Steinfeld.
now. So you're very lucky.
Wait, hindi na ako 100% sure. Kasi, so si Hailey from Bumblebee, there's so I've talked about this so many times na mali yung pagsabi ko na last name niya. So nag-jumble up doon sa head ko on what the right way
you have
is
to put it on your palms.
Tattoo. I'm gonna tattoo.
So it's you're very lucky. She's a big star, and you were able to interview her both live, face to face.
Before the pandemic, of course.
Before the pandemic, syempre, and also during the pandemic, nung nauso na yung mga Zoom.
Yeah, so as a podcaster din, like I was saying that the pandemic was a great thing. One, naging uso na yung Zoom. The fact that we are getting to talk to almost around 500 people now from the comfort of and safety of our own home.
Yeah.
Means that mas naging sanay na tayo. So as a podcaster, mas madali na reach na yung mga guests, anyone, no matter where you are, di ba? You get to have that opportunity.
Oo, salamat sa halo-halo, DJ61.
Oh, saying, shoutout muna tayo. Margaret and Foxyland. Hello. Thank you to, please share this to, we have a lot more lessons and tips to give dito nga about FQ.
Okay. Sige, wala pa ako naririnig na lessons from you. Magsabi naman kayo, share naman. Ito maraming nagsabi nito. Isa na rin ako doon. There are so many things we can do without. Parang na-realize natin, ang dami palang non-essentials. Alala mo yun? We actually had an episode about that, essentials versus wants. So, as I mentioned in that episode, the entire year po, nitong COVID and quarantine natin, I didn't buy any clothing material.
Ako bumili ako. Ako nag-shopping ako.
Ako yung hindi pinaka marunong mag-online shop sa all 5 members of the family. Talagang FQ repot. And I just keep it at that. Para bang okay na yan. Hindi ko natututunan yung vision na yan.
Pero I would say doon na namimiss ko. Sabi namimiss ko yung...
masarap din naman kasi. Yung looking around. May ambiance.
Wear something new. Pero yun nga, at least in where we are now, di siya masyadong essential. There maybe bang may ibang bagay sa buhay ninyo. If you guys could let us know nga in the comments, you wanna know. What are those other things na nagaman ninyo na you don't really need it, diba? You don't really need it pala. You can live. You can live
without pala. So mas naging clear din sa atin kung ano yung needs versus the wants.
But in the same sense, diba? We also medyo nawawala na yung mga, di ko pala kailangan to. But then here, in my experience, I realized and learned na, ito, kailangan ko pala ng ganito. Medyo,
example.
I wouldn't say mababaw. Very simple. Ako, I realized, I learned that I need to be following something. I need to be following a TV show. I need to be following a sport. And it helps me, personally, share ko lang, kasi, in the pandemic, parang walang progress Parang, 1 year na,
So, kailangan mo mas very obvious that you are progressing
in something. So, right now, I'm a huge fan now of Formula 1. It's a racing, it's the driving racing sport in the world. There are only 20 drivers. So, I got to watch the show called Drive to Survive. And I'm following the season now. I'm following nice nga. One, it's nice ka nakikita ko na.
This is car racing for those who are not familiar.
Go-kart. Pero parang iba na talaga. They go at 300 kilometers per hour. Parang mga rockets na talaga yung ginagamit na. So one, it's good kasi nakikita ko na, the other places around the world, okay na. Nagkaka-race na ulit. So, at least nagkaka-progress na yung humanity instead of just watching people. Before, if you watch sports, mga highlights lang nung past seasons. Walang bago na
walang live.
Yeah, so it's nice na, okay, natapos na itong race. Kailan yung next race? Like, it gives you something to look forward to. No, hindi siya, I don't think it's it's parang distraction or pampalimot ng, well, in a sense na, okay, maybe for the race, hindi mo muna masyadong iisipin yung mga problema mo or anything like that.
Meron kang respite from the problems, diba?
Yeah.
Kasi mahirap din. We really have to take care of our mental health na happy. You have to really be deliberate about what makes you happy right now. Kasi mas mahirap dahil nakakulong tayo. So, kailangan mas deliberate yung effort natin. Ano yung pampahappy ko ngayon? Diba? Wag lang masyado sa food na hindi nutritious. Kasi lobo tayong lahat pag gano'n. Let's go to the next. Gusto ko to. Say it.
Zoom out and do your thing.
Fun.
Please explain, FQMOM.
So, kasi ngayon, di ba, nawala nga yung maraming distractions. Parang it also gave us that opportunity, which we discussed a little bit na kanina. No? Mas nararamdaman mo ngayon, uy, ano ba talaga gusto kong gawin sa buhay ko?
Yeah.
Diba? Tapos, in so doing, sometimes, nagkaka-develop din tayo nung mga skills. We are able to hone some skills. Ganon, no? And kung minsan, it's during the pandemic na nagkaroon tayo ng maraming firsts. First time to do this, first time to do that. Ako ba, anong na first ko nung pandemic? First time ko ma-experience na mag 2-week hiatus. As in, unplugged talaga ako. Shane, thanks for your halo-halo. In that entire 2 weeks talaga, wala akong social media. Tapos napagtuunan ko talaga ng pansin yung kailangan kong tapusin, which was, FQ Book 2, Why Financial Education Alone Does Not Work, a crash course on behavioral economics, and the flip side, pakita natin mas maganda. No? So, ganyan. Ito yan. And yan yung sinabi ko kanina. And the flip side is the psychology of money. So, malalaman nyo dyan kung bakit kahit alam na natin kung anong dapat gawin, hindi natin ginagawa. So, after this remarkable lesson, meron kaming super special. Are you ready?
Yes.
Shy ka ba?
No, syempre, lagi ako na-shy. Maybe just a little background.
Give them a background of what we're gonna show them.
Yeah, so you're mentioning nga, diba, there are things you might have discovered. So, ako, myself, I'm a huge hip-hop fan. I love, as a dancer, as a hip-hop dancer, you can't help but to love and learn to appreciate the whole culture, not just dancing. Siyempre, love ko talaga yung hip-hop music as well. Ang dami kong idol ng mga rapper. And I find rap beautiful in the sense that it can tell a story. It sounds nice. It can make you laugh. And for one of our vlogs that we did in Mix, we had to, I forgot what the challenge was. I think it was like to do
dami yung challenge dun.
Yeah, dami na ng challenge. So other videos
salamat Diana for sharing this live.
Thank you.
I-share nyo na. Ngayon na kayo mag-share because we're going to show one of the talents of Mapebert Bunzo.
Yeah. Let's wait. Baka we can get 600 views on Kumu. 581 views
Rainerine sent hello.
Share it. So this is the
Zinc for sharing it.
So in a few minutes, we'll be showing itong I created a song. I made a song actually. Hindi po ako singer, and I still don't think that I'm a singer. But I got to do it, collaborated with meron akong friend na in the same way. So shout out to Kino Papa.
Dapat pala sinabihan natin. Hey Kino, I hope you're watching.
Siya rin, he started
doing that,
dabbling into creating sounds, beats, producing music. He really loves music also. Tapos nakita ko na he's been doing that, so kinos pa siya na, there's this challenge you have to do a mix. Kung game ka, would you wanna make a beat? So naging collaboration between us, and then yun, gumawa kami ng song. Gumawa siya ng beat, tapos ginagyan ko ng lyrics on top. Ako yung nagsugat. And then pinerform ko, I recorded it, and then what you're about to see is the edited parang music, ginawa nila ng music video.
MTV.
So it was a very do it yourself, at
Oh.
home lang talaga. The editors at Mix were the ones who edited this. This video is from the YouTube. Shout
Tuwa na si Rans.
out to Mix.
na siya.
Yes, Rans. Ano yan? Mix viewer, loyal Mix viewer. Okay, we have reached 600, more than 600 viewers. I feel like it's time.
It's a
what?
It's a rap, di ba?
Ah.
When you say ba rap, does that mean that it is necessarily a song? Yes ba? It's a kind of rap is a kind of song. Sino dito ang mga mahilig mag-rap?
I don't know the technical.
Say me if you are mahilig mag-rap.
The technical terms, but this one is a song. Oh, there's music. Kasi naman, I mean, would you say a poem is a song? Not all kasi,
no.
diba? Oh, so raps din naman. I guess it's if you perform it.
Oo, pwede kasi may lyrics, may music, 'di ba? Pwede din namang a cappella rap. Oy, by the way, nung kabataan ko nag-rap din ako ng konti.
Oh, yeah.
Ano pangalan natin?
The Hip. Speaking of bata ka ba, nag-comment si Zink. Still young, Mommy Rose.
Oh, yes. Kunyari lang yan. Pang thumbnail, sabi ko, I look very young on thumbnail beauty. Yeah. So, are you guys excited? Mag-ano naman kayo? Is there like a thumbs up? Ano magandang answer nila? If they want to see now that
send halo-halo. De joke.
Send halo-halo if you want to see this, this special rap song composed by Anton and the beats by Kino. Oh, diba?
Thank you,
sige ba?
Yun, shall we?
Thank you, shall we?
Isa pa.
Bago natin ilabas.
Okay, we have 3 already. Let's halo-halo. Let's mix it up.
Halo-halo. And you just continue to give halo-halo.
Yes. Okay, direct.
Dumami na rin ng viewers natin on Facebook. So, game, let's do it. Take it away, Anton. Let's play that video. Woo! Pwede niyo sabayan.
Yo, this beat is sick. Don't forget to wash your hands. Yo, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Yo, and that's the way it goes. Yo, where my mic at? Yo, they call me sweet and spicy, cause that's my name. I keep it fresh and cozy, cause that's my game. Hoodie and slides, cause I ain't got no chain. I keep it sick, and you know it's insane in the membrane. Just being honest, this is my first track. Host check, dance check, yo I also rap, let's get jiggy with it. Remember that I can serve you in the front, but I can also throw it back. And now that I have your attention, there was something that I forgot to mention. You'll be a fan before I finish this, cause I can dish it to you in both languages. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, at apat, bigang ko ang talento na aking hawak. Konyo, pero Pinoy ang watawat, ang Ingles ng ano, ay ano, what? Sakto ang pogi pero medyo mataba. Kumakain ng fried chicken na may bagat. Sakto ang tangkad pero okay ang buhok. Laging naliligo at hindi nabubulok. Gwapo ba siya? Mabait naman. Sakto ang labas pero okay ang laman ng puso, hindi laman ng tiyan. Oh, natawa ba kayo? Or it's chill lang? Yo, I'm the kid from the streets of TP6. I'm the kid on the screen every Monday on Mix. I'm just a kid, I always kid. Ain't this beat sick? Shoutouts to you for making this mix. Yo, before I let you go, there's just something you should know. I'ma tell it to you in 1, 2, 3, 4. How I got these bars, how I got this smooth flow. Everybody knows that it's just the way it goes. The way it goes, yo.
Yo!
Siyempre, tuntuang nanay. So, tell us what you think. Sabi ni Rans, thumbsuck. Ano ibig sabihin ng thumbsuck?
Thumbs up.
Okay. Yun ba yung style na yun?
Thank you, Judith.
Sabi rin ni Judith, galing ni Anton. Keep it up. Lego!
Thank you. That's
Ayan,
my first and last song so far.
Is there a title?
I don't know. I think I just call it Sweet and Spicy Rap. I don't know. Wala.
Janet
Kaya
Galon,
ang
salamat.
first time ko talaga gumawa ng kanta doon.
Oh, but did you enjoy? I thought you were having a lot of fun.
I did. Siyempre nakakahiya lang to see yourself, but then
It was a challenge.
yeah, nasanay na kasi ako to being able to see myself talk. At first, nung first days ko sa mix, diba, and I watch myself on TV, parang, man, na-awkward ako getting to see myself. But then, nasanay na ako sa talking, sa rapping, sa songs, di pa. Matagal pa.
Sample daw, Mami Rose.
Oh, Ma, you do have a rap that you like to say.
Ay, oo! Mag-rap tayo.
I'll magbe-beatbox.
Ala, may background din kasi.
Ay, may beat ka?
Hindi. Balagyan ko rin ng background ko ano yung pinagsasabi ko. Diba?
Okay.
So, kasi, di ba yung FQ Book 2, it discusses na kahit alam na natin, hindi natin magawa, di ba? Alam na natin na kailangan natin mag-save and invest, pero hindi pa rin natin nagagawa because of our emotional emong side na o-overpower niya si rational or makatwirang Mac. So, there is a rap also for FQ Book 2. Go! Sabayan niyo ako kung alam niyo. Bakit gets ko na, pero di ko magawa? Bakit gets ko na, pero di ko magawa? Bakit? Bakit gets ko na, pero di ko magawa? Yan na parap ako, kakaya. That is the golden girl rap. Lagpas gold na nga ako eh. So, sana naman, dahil sa rap ko, you get yourself a copy of FQ.
Yes, sana nasarapan kayo sa rap.
Ooh, I like that. Sana nasarapan kayo. Ano yung tropang gravel flex? Ano yun?
Hindi ko yun. Baka gusto nyo explain. Oh, thank you to Kathleen also. And Shawi again for sending halo-halos.
Oo, yes, yo. So, ano pa ang gusto natin pag-usapan? Meron pa ba tayo mga iba?
Oh! One thing I want to add, diba, you're saying na zoom out and do your thing. Ito yung napansin ko. I think it's a mga generational thing. Mga millennials, mga Gen Z, baka naman sa naintindihan natin na.
Thanks, Marty and Rensky.
Na, yung pakiramdam ng FOMO, diba? Fear of missing out. For me, ako nadidistract ako from doing things that I have to do because, parang mas masaya outside. Parang mas may masayang nangyayari. May mas fun na nangyayari outside of this. So, since hindi nga fun, wala fun nangyayari sa labas. Yung nga, take it as a positive. Focus
hindi kaya mapa-FOMO masyado. Uy, pasalamatan mo naman sila, Anton. Mga nagpadala. Nova Darasin,
King Jolicious.
Rensky, Ponsky, King Jolicious, Nova Drosin, Felix,
and thank you to on Facebook, Judith Lagarde saying this show is something that I look forward to every week. Oh wow, make a Thursday.
Make a Thursday ako. Thank you, Judith, and I always look forward to seeing you join this Thursday with us. So yung pag-zoom out din, pag kasi nandito tayo sa loob ng crisis, masyado tayong, alam mo yon, we cannot see clearly. Kaya ito po yung sinasabi na be objective. Yung parang lumabas ka ng konti. It's easier said than done kasi nga, ako nga, hindi ko masyadong ginagamit yung word na be objective kasi we are not objects. We are persons. So we always
don't judge
things
my brother.
Personally.
Don't judge my brother because he's not a book.
Ganun yun. So, but we really have to remind ourselves that we need to zoom out. Kasi kung masyado tayong nakaganyan, hindi na natin nakikita that this too shall pass. And when that happens, hindi na tayo gagawa ng mga plano, aayaw na tayo to look into the future with positivity, di ba? Yun yung positive na gusto natin, hindi yung COVID positive na nangyayari sa marami ngayon, no? So let's try to zoom out. Para bang unahan na natin, it is during the crisis when we should be preparing para pag the clouds are clear, we are ready to really bring out the service, the product that we can to the world and will also make this world a better place. Si Henry C., ginawa po niya yan nung effect nitong mga kaguluhan sa ekonomiya natin, mga bago mag-EDSA.
Rest in peace.
Yes. So he did what really made him humongous, which is the SM North EDSA.
But before we tell you that story, we want to thank the people, obviously, of course, giving us, sending the halo-halos, following the Zine Zone challenge, and to King Delicious. Meron siyang sinabi.
Ano sabi niya?
Ako magbasa. Hi, FQ Mom Rose. I've attended your seminar last time. Oh, ito, sad. Nung face-to-face pa po, and happy to see you here.
Nakaano ba tayo? Nagkaroon ba tayo ng chance magka-selfie?
Yeah.
Kung meron, share naman. Pag
And
may
what
time.
was the event?
Oh, anong event yon? Anong circa BC? Yun eh. Is
Before
it
COVID.
2018 BC, before COVID?
Oh, ano, bago na yun.
Sana dumating na yung ano yung tawag ko doon?
AV.
AV, after vaccine. So, para we can all, nakakamiss din
Or
nakakamiss din
AD,
talaga.
after the, joke lang.
Meron pwedeng D. After,
Meron nga.
ano?
Pero baka delikado to say it on air.
Ah?
Joke lang.
Sige guess nyo nga, pero hindi namin i-confirm kung ano ibig sabihin ng
Basta.
AD. Ang galing mo talaga!
Thank you. Basta next year, may responsibilidad. Lahat ng mga 18 and up para mangyari nga ang AD. Oh, anyway, going back, King Delicious says, financial literacy po sa company namin.
Anong company mo?
Pero buti nga, I mean, at least no, that even if medyo sad nga na wala na nga mga face-to-face live events, iba talaga yung energy. We still get the chance to do this. You get to do what you love and share your knowledge and hopefully help people who are watching.
Thank you also kay Onyx Trofasir. Ang groovy ng mga names, ang hirap banggitin, ano? Pero okay, so alam niyo na kung anong meaning ng BC, before COVID. Alam niyo ba kung anong meaning ng AD? Taradan! Si Kuya AD. Meron silang cousin, ang pangalan Adrian, tinatawag siyang AD.
But that's not the meaning of it.
Hindi yun iba. Maganda yun, Anton,
let's go
something.
next.
Gracie Capote, or Greta 26, salamat. Okay, go.
Next. Henry C. The Henry C. story pala.
Yeah. Okay, yun na yun.
Okay. Kaya may dagdag ka pa.
Yung parang ang ginawa niya was really something very audacious. He just started building a humongous mall in the middle of nowhere. And ang maganda sana mall yun. Ang maganda palang dagdag doon, on a personal note, mga ano pala kami ni Hani noon, mga hamak na credit analyst, mga bagets pa kami noon. And that was one of the studies made by Papa for Far East Bank and Trust Company. One of the big creditors.
Do you remember mga what age? Yung bagets
kasi 80s yun eh. So, line of 2 pa lang kami noon. Line of 2.
My age?
Yeah. So, ngayon, line of 5 na kami. Line of 5 na kami ni Honey.
Lapit na mag-ano.
Pinifeeling line of 2 na lang namin. So, anyway, Papa was able to interview him. And,
talaga?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Henry
I don't remember
C.
this story. I know that he did a study on SM, but I didn't know
That's
that.
what. Yeah. Yun, na-interview niya. And he remembers na naka-t-shirt with collar. Very, lang, soft-spoken na.
Parang ako lang, t-shirt and collar. Ready ako soft-spoken.
Ang nangyari nga doon, medyo, yung recommendation la Papa was, yeah, this is gonna do well. And it was also questioned kasi sabi nila, wala ngang rota ng jeep or bus dyan eh. Tapos sabi nila, people will come.
Sayang hindi nag-invest. Sayang nagkuha na sa si Papa, no?
Hindi pa siya hindi pa siya publicly listed company.
I know, but I get so kung naano niya. Well, imagine imagine if he gave him 50 pesos. Like what would the 50 pesos be today?
Yeah, but you know what? The stocks that we invested in SM.
Yes. Of course.
Super,
No, pero kung may nasabi,
from the very
partner.
start sana. Oo nga eh. Okay, anyway, sige. Diversification is important. That's another big lesson during this COVID crisis. Yung sinasabi na, ang laging sinasabi when it comes to diversification is that, ano yun? Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Wow.
So, ginagawa nyo ba yon sa mga investments nyo? Baka puro nandito lang kayo sa isang asset class. Huwag pong ganon. Dapat ay diversified, maganda ang ating asset allocation. And this I've already discussed in a few articles and videos. You can just go to FQMOM to learn more about it. Pero dagdagan natin yung diversification is important. Hindi lang tungkol sa putting all your eggs in one basket, but also making sure kung saan nyo kinukuha yung eggs nyo. Saan
Putting all
galing
your
ang
baskets.
itlog nyo.
Putting all your baskets in one egg. Joke lang.
So you make sure that you don't just get all your eggs from one chicken. Yun naman ang dinagdag natin. This is an article that I wrote which was published yesterday on philstar.com and fqmom.com. Make sure that you don't just put all your eggs in one basket, but you also source your eggs from different chickens. Ibig sabihin, talagang kailangan natin mag-side hustle, mga ibang sources of income. Passive income is already considered a source of income. Ako talaga, I believe that everybody has to have a passive income.
Kung gusto nyo try Kumu.
Oh, bongga.
For the ones viewing here. Kung gusto nyo, kayo naman yung pinapanood.
Oo. Sige.
Good example din yun.
Yep. So, kayo, bakit hindi yata kayo masyadong nagbibigay ng mga, I do like your reactions, pero hindi kayo nagsasabi ng answer niya. Magsabi naman kayo.
Again, baka for the people just tuning in, sino tanong, ma? What is the question?
The question is, what are the remarkable money and other life lessons that you learned this COVID crisis?
Walang wrong answers.
Dito,
anything
and
everything.
That is very personal, no? One of the lessons nga na talagang napakita na in your face sa atin ngayon is the necessity that insurance is really a necessary expense. Diba? Sobrang nga ngayon daming namamatay. No? Parang, there was one Facebook friend, si RJ Ledesma yata yun, parang sabi niya, I've never sent my deepest condolences to a lot of people as I'm doing now. Kasi nga, dami namamatay. No? So, if you leave dependents behind, sana po meron tayong insurance para naman hindi naiwan with empty bag yung ating mga mahal sa buhay.
Alam mo ako nga, kinakabahan ako when I see everywhere on social media ngayon, di ba? Ako when I see a picture of a parent, or if I see an old picture, if I see an old picture of my friend na bata ba siya, baby ba siya, nakasama yung parent, kinakabahan ako talaga kaagad. I scroll, I don't read the whole caption. I scroll down kaagad. If it just says happy birthday, kasi usually, ang dami nang Tapos nakita mo sa mga comments kung happy birthday tito or condolences, ganun na talaga ngayon.
Tapos ang isa pang nakakadakot at nakakalungkot, sa umpisa sasabihin mo, please pray for the recovery. And then, pag minsan, nasusundan na yun ng please pray for the eternal repose. So, sana matapos na to. Sige, let's go to the next lesson. And this is about utang. Debt can really drag you down. Debt. Utang. Alam niyo po, dito sa FQ Book 1, I have one entire chapter about debt. Kasi ano ba yung utang, no? Hindi naman talaga yan necessarily bad. Ang utang is a human invention which presupposes, parang ina-assume niya na meron talaga tayong trust in a bright future.
Yes.
And it allows us to make use of money that we still don't own in order to do something good. Hopefully, para pampalago, no? Like, for example, if you're gonna make utang in order to put up a business. So, nag-agree kayo, ikaw si borrower, tapos si lender, na okay, sige, gamitin mo muna tong pera na to para magawa mo yung negosyo na yan. At babayaran mo ako later on, babalik mo yung inutang mo, plus the rent for the money, which is called interest. So, sa mga nangungutang po dyan, at kahit personal utang, siguro dapat maging klaro tayo, lalo na mga pamilya dyan. Kung nagpapahiram ba kayo ng pera, ito ba ay pahiram lang na walang rent or pahiram na may rent? At hindi naman ibig sabihin na Kumu yung kamag-anak mo, ininteresan ka pa, masamang tao na siya.
Man. How about if it's from your parents? Joke lang.
Parent. Kasi meron ka rin dislocate po na source of income ng tao. Kaya maging considerate tayo. So, pero kayo naman, kung very magnanimous kayo, very generous
Yes.
kayo, pwede naman din kayong magpahiram na wala ng rent or
Yeah, oh,
interest.
especially now.
Oo.
I really, it really fills me with joy. Nakita ko yung nauso na yung community pantry, for
Yes.
example. It shows
CP.
na all the generosity talaga. So we talk about debt, but you know, if you can afford it, if you, diba, if Mama said nga na it will affect their income, but
Yeah.
there are those people na they have the elbow room to help more
Yes.
people. So you know, we want to invite everybody to
To be
whatever way you
generous.
can. Whatever way you can.
But just make sure, kasi alam mo medyo nag-iiba pag pera, yung nagkahiraman ng pera, no? Just make sure naman na kung hiram. So kahit
Yeah.
walang interest, may pag-usapan naman kayo kung kailan mababalik.
Yeah. Also, you know, speaking of being generous, no, if you extend help and you know that you're just helping, yun yung expectation mo. Kasi magiging asadan kung you give help.
Uy!
May ma-expect. Oh, thank you for the lechon, Ina, who was here.
Hi, Ina! Our professional
last week.
princess.
Yeah. And anyway, saying,
Oy!
tawag dun, saying, if you want to be generous and you want to help, diba? Tas you're gonna feel bad kasi, oh, I help, pero bakit? Diba? Wala, may in-expect ka. So let's just be generous.
Uy, may maganda dito. Hindi ko pa nababasa, pero siguro basahin natin from Manay C. Sabi niya, sino yan? Dr. Richard? O hindi yata sa atin to. Parang baka iba yata yung pagpupunta.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, speaking of things that are really good, let's move on to our. We have 9 more minutes. Let's move on to our last lesson.
Sige. Let's do that. Go, Anton.
Okay. So this one, you're talking about FOMO. This is it's also if you understand it the right way, I would say. It's a carpe diem. It's a
live as if
it's a millennial. I think it was in the millennial nung nauso-uso yung pagiging millennial, naging uso talaga tong YOLO, di ba? Live because you have to live each day as if it were your last.
Yeah.
When we talk about YOLO, there's a very negative connotation kasi of being reckless. But if you understand it the right way, di ba? You only live once, yeah. So make the most out of each and every day.
Yes.
How would you do this?
So live each day as if it were your last. Yan yung YOLO. You only live once. But the YOLO kasi has taken a little bit of a negative connotation kasi masyadong nagiging associated to being carefree, wala akong pakialam, gusto kong
masyado. I think it's good. It's important to be carefree.
Yeah. So ito po naman siguro yung positive na pinanggalingan ng YOLO. It is actually trying to live each day as if it were your last. 'Di ba? But kasi if it were your last day, ang big assumption dyan, gagawin mo na talaga yung mga gusto mong gawin sa buhay mo. Yun. Tapos, ang gusto kong i-discuss dito is that there is another side to that. Di ba? Pagka live each day as if it were your last. But I think the best way to do that is to also remember and to treat each day, treat your life na parang enthusiastic ka pa rin, excited ka pa rin sa project.
That you have so much more days.
Yun.
So many more days.
Ang ganda ng irony na.
The same way how we can give YOLO that negative connotation na bahala na. If you tell me, Anton, this is your last day. Not everyone I would say, but I would probably think, especially wala akong dependents or anything, spend everything na. That's talaga. I'm gonna eat unhealthy the whole day. I'm gonna buy everything I wanted to buy. I'm gonna spend because it's my last day, diba? And you don't bring your money with you upstairs. But then, how I reframed it is to be okay with your last day being ordinary. Kasi when we say this is live your day as your last day, you think okay, I'm gonna climb Mount Everest. I'm gonna run a marathon. That is one way. But how I like to do it is, my last day could be an ordinary day. I eat normal food. I talk to my friends. I spend time with my family. I exercise. Diba? Like, if you are okay with the ordinary days, diba? If you've accepted, this isn't something that you put down your standards na magiging boring yung day mo. But it's finding the joy in having those ordinary days. And I think that's more realistic compared to I'm gonna climb Mount Everest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run to everyone and tell them I love them. Like, that's good. But if you live every day or then your every ordinary day well, which I think is more realistic, and eventually you're gonna live a life of days that you spent well.
So I like when you say na ang maganda pa lang talaga ang sagot. Pagka what would you do if you knew that this was your last day? If you are able to honestly answer na, I'll just live it the way I do. Ibig sabihin, you are living your dream life. So, yan ang sigurong magandang lesson sa atin. Am I living each day as if it were my last? And if you're able to answer na, yun, okay. Then, congratulations. Ano yung sinasabi niyo? Props to you. What does that mean? Props to you.
Good job. Ano yung term ba yun?
Props to you. Yeah, props to you.
Hindi ko alam kung bakit naging props. Diba?
Bakit
Props is the stage.
Oo.
Anyway, props to everybody who has joined us. We do have a little less than 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
For this Thursday. To everybody that just came in, Mariela, I see you. Don't worry, this is gonna happen again next week, next Thursday at the same time, 10:45 a.m. Get ready na.
10:50.
12. No, pero be here na.
Oo, tama. Yung iba actually, nandun na sila.
Gumagawa ng pre-show
Oo.
chit-chat si Mama minsan. Baka may mga questions kayo na you wanna ask. Or shy kayo na do it during the stream. Diba?
Oo. At saka mamaya, may mga mangyayari sa buhay mo, Anton.
Yes. I want to
Bigay mo
invite
na
you guys later at 8 p.m. So it's the second episode of Homegrown. It's a show between Kumu and Mix. With Mike Swift and DJ Buddha. We talk about Pinoy hip-hop culture. It is my first time hosting it. And it's my first time to be back on Mix officially. So I've done some guests. My time as a Mix VJ was up until last year, August. And with that, I'm very excited to have that show later again at 8 p.m. on Mix's Kumu channel. We have a special. Nag 1,000 viewers na tayo. Let's increase the excitement. Let's show the excitement in 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hindi na naman nagsama. Next time, may practice.
Earlier than that. But pero buti before we reached, before this 12 p.m., before we reached the end of the show,
thank you for your
we have raised 1,000 viewers and 6,000 plus diamonds. Let's keep them coming. Thank you, Zla.
Dami.
Zla.
Very, generous si Zla kasi ang kanyang mango level ay 12.
Wow. Speaking of mangoes, nagiging mango season na nga these days.
And we do have a mango tree. We do have mango trees here at home na nag-uumpisa na po. Masarap na
Sheila.
Indian mango.
Sheila is your name, Zla.
Yeah. Hi, Sheila. Maraming salamat. Gusto kong kumain ng Halo.
Yeah. Okay, so before we let you guys go, just again, hopefully we don't just see you guys on Thursdays, and you can follow us. You can follow me at Doremi Fausto, and you can also catch my podcast, the Anton and I podcast. We have episodes every Thursday except for today because we are planning something new. We are revamping, trying to improve the show, but again, all the episodes are available Anton on One podcast.
Galing! So kayo, kung meron kayong mga gustong i-discuss ni Anton sa kanyang podcast, please do write him. Pwede siyang, you can reach him sa mga socials niya.
Yes.
And if there's any article or any next topic para dun sa susunod natin mga Kumu episodes, please do write me. And you can find me on my socials. That's That's FQMOM on Facebook, Kumu. Follow na kayo sa Kumu. May Kumu ka rin bago,
Pansit_Anton.
And YouTube also. Ako din, parang I want to revamp my YouTube. Uso-uso sa Fausto family, nagre-revamp ng YouTube ngayon. And then, on Instagram, I can be followed at VFQMOM. Same with Twitter. Okay, so this has been a great Thursday with you guys, and we hope to see you again
next week.
Enjoy your summer. Once again, this has been Roasters Fausto, your FQ mom,
and FQ son number 3, Anton Fausto. We want to see you guys again next week, and thank you to everybody who sent halos, everything sent, pati yung flying eclipse first time ko yung makita.
Sheila says, I love your show.
Thank you very much,
Love you,
Sheila.
Sheila.
Hope to see you again next week. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Derek Sharon.
Thank you, Derek Sharon. Knowledge Channel. Bye-bye, fam.
Next week again, next Thursday, same time.
See you tonight.
Yo, and we are